Hello folks, Honkai Star Rail is having a collab with Lawson's, so I decided to fly all the way out to Japan to check this out for myself. Okay, I was actually planning to go to Japan anyways, and this lined up with the trip, so I ended up going to the Lawson in Osaka near the end of the collab window. Apparently, things were very crowded early on, so I was wondering how much merch would still be available by the time I got there. But Osaka was the end of my journey. I actually started my journey up in Sapporo before heading to the Kansai area. So let me show you how much Honkai Star Rail merch exists in Japan. So I went to just about every anime store in the city, such as Mandarake, Surugaya, La Shingbang, Book of, Jungo, which still has a human-sized Ultraman at the entrance in front of the Sapporo store, the very popular Animate, and even Melon Books. And sadly, there was not actually that much variety for Honkai merch. There was way more Genshin stuff than Honkai and Zenless put together, which makes sense since it's Hoyo's most popular game. And most of the Honkai and Genshin merch I saw was all from Animate. I guess they're the most popular store for a reason. There's a bunch of badges, some keychains, acrylic stands, and a small handful of other items that don't fall in those categories. I did see these neat little snow globe glitter thingies, which was cool. There was only the Genshin version at the Animate here, but I did find better Honkai merch at a specialty store in Osaka later on. And I don't think there's official figures for Honkai and Zenless stuff yet, so I haven't seen any of those, but I did see some Genshin figures around, like the huge giant Ningguang statue that was promoted years back. I was also surprised there was an entire gachapon section for Hoyo stuff right outside Melon Books. There was not anything Hoyo related inside Melon Books that was safe for work, but here's all the gacha stuff outside the store. There's also this stomach thing. I have no idea what this is. Is it tummy art, keychains, badges? Let me know in the comments below if you know what these are. It was just weird, and it's also next to a Tenga thing. So anyways, the Sapporo loot was mostly at Animate. The other secondhand stores did not have any more variety than Animate, but it was a little cheaper there because most of those items are usually opened already, so the price gets marked down. Now on to Kansai. Basically, I went to Kyoto, then Kobe, then finally Osaka. And my merch videos for both Kyoto and Kobe were quick. There wasn't much Honkai merch that was different from Sapporo, and most of it was all found in Animate as well. I did see a little promo for Adventurin merch that's coming in July though, so at least they're still making new stuff. And since there wasn't much Honkai stuff here, check out my hotel instead. I stayed at a nice capsule hotel in the middle of the shopping district in Kyoto. The capsule was actually pretty roomy, but your feet might start sticking out if you're over 5'10". And it is hit or miss on the noise. You might pull bad RNG and get neighbors that snore all night. And the noise reduction inside these pods are pretty much non-existent. Capsule hotels are not bad for saving money, but do bring some earplugs if you want a good night's sleep. I also went to Omi Jingu because I love Chihaya Furu. It will forever be in my personal top 10 anime of all time. This was a far detour from the middle of Kyoto, but because it was far away, there wasn't that many tourists there, so I was able to enjoy the sights more. And speaking of popular places, Fushimi Inari Shrine, the one with 1,000 torii gates, is always overcrowded during the day, but it was beautiful and serene at night. I recommend checking that out during off hours if you want to avoid the crowds and take some nice pictures, and it's also open 24/7. But that's enough about Kyoto. It's time to say goodbye to nature and the shrines and get to why we're here in the first place. The Lawson. When I got here, there were no lines and no crowds. All the hype has died down since it's been over 3 weeks since the collab has started. The store was decorated all over with Honkai Star Rail stuff. The outside has banners and giant stickers, and the inside has even more stickers and posters. You literally cannot avoid seeing Star Rail stuff anywhere inside the store. There's even giant Tribi and castorice posters, which makes sense since they're advertising the new characters, and most of the merch was still available. The keychains, tumblers, and the stands were plenty. However, I only saw the Tribi chocolates. I couldn't find the Maide or castorice ones anywhere, so I guess they might have sold out. But wait, it's not over. I went to an even better store that I have not seen anywhere else. It's called Fantasy Village. I did not know what I was expecting, but the entrance alone had life-size cardboard cutouts greeting you, and inside was over 90% Hoyo merch. It even had Yae Sakura wall scrolls, and this was the first time I saw Impact 3rd merch during my entire trip. This store also had the entire selection that you normally find at Animate, but more. There's merch for Rame creations. I didn't see these little badges anywhere else but here. And remember that glitter thing I showed earlier for the Genshin characters? Well, you can find the Star Rail versions here. And look, it's a giant Rame creation plush and the Kafka themed keyboard. And don't forget about Pom Pom. I finally saw Pom Pom merch for the first time and it's not badges. And that was my journey to find Honkai merch in Japan. If you go to Tokyo or Osaka, then definitely check out Fantasy Village for their Hoyo merch. Otherwise, visit any Animate store, and that's about all the Honkai merch you'll find. Honkai does not really have any official figures yet, unlike Genshin, so most of the figurine stores won't have anything new. I also had some time to go to Expo 2025 and saw the giant Gundam there, among other things, so here's some extra random b-roll. It was also the first time an exhibition of the IPS Beating Heart was shown, and weirdly enough, it was in the Astro Boy exhibition. It was very cool to see in real life, and the video doesn't do it justice since it was a very dark room and it was pretty small and very crowded. Anyway, thanks for watching, and goodbye Japan for now.